ready to start? Coach, welcome. If you may, so just give us a brief summary of the match from your perspective.
Good evening. Really tight in the beginning with AmaZulu somehow one of the possibilities that we expect them to be a little bit more passive in a medium block, giving us the initiative all the time on the ball and maybe waiting to catch us in one mistake. And yeah, it was difficult to find key spaces to create danger in the first 15-20 minutes, but I think little by little we start to create more feeling of danger, and we unlock the game with a beautiful goal. And from there, everything was more open and with more possibilities for us. And 2-0 half time is a difficult result to manage. I think we did it well early in the second half. We create very good chances, but not capitalizing. And in the last stages of the game, for 1 minute with that goal of AmaZulu, a little bit of uncertainty. One game that should have finished early in the second half with 1 or 2 more goals, but yeah, it's football. It is what it is. You have to fight every space until you get it. And so happy with the performance overall and with the result of that performance, which is 3 more points.
We're now open for questions from the floor. As per note, by show of hands, don't all go at once.
Coach, congratulations on the 3 points.
Thank you.
I know in the past 2 press conferences we've been asking you about
individuals
and Nkota, but I was just looking at the average age of the team we had last season and doing a preview today and looking at this season, and I look at how Rile and Nkota were also combining. Is this part of refreshing and also building the team for the future?
I think the priorities now is today is this game and is the next one, and make sure that we can perform on the day and get the result that we are looking for. We are not in a club, in a team, in a space to think about next season or in the next 6 months or speculate about experiments. Or so when you see players on the field, it's because they are ready to perform, because we're fighting for every 3 points. But at the same time, strategically in the club, obviously, there's people working to make possible that Pirates can continue winning in the near future as well, and it's important for our development, for our academy as well, to see their players on the field here in Orlando. Like I said many times, the players from your own development gives you something that nobody else can give you. It's about identity, it's about heart, it's about things that you cannot buy in the market. So it's important to always keep an eye on our own talent, and whenever they are ready to give them the opportunity. Nothing comes for free in professional football, so we need to appreciate this moment, having players like Nkota or Rele on the field playing together, because it's nice to see, and it means a lot for the whole Orlando Pirates family. So the opportunity will be there for whoever is ready. It's a good message for every youngster who is around, and yeah, that's it.
Coach, very easy from the busy times. How much does your background in youth development play a part in you helping these young players? And how do you know when they're ready? Because like 2 weeks ago you did say that he's ready, and now we can see that you weren't
Lying.
flat on the line.
No. I guess somehow, obviously, I am the accumulation of experiences and spending time in my home club that is extremely academy-based club in Spain. Obviously, somehow you learn to not be afraid of, the moment that you recognize the talent. There's, even though we try to know when the player is ready to go, there's always the risk because they have to control a lot of things when they are going to the field playing in Orlando. There's never gonna be a perfect moment to do it. There's always consequences, when somebody's playing for the first time. I think probably the group itself, the players are playing a bigger role than myself in the way that they are getting the new players, the young players, how much they are taking care of them in the trainings every day when we have the competition as well. So I think together we're trying to make everybody feel comfortable, because in the end, Nkota, Makaula, myself, Sipo, whoever is there around, we all want to win, and we make sure that everybody is trying to contribute.
Joseph from Sports. Coach, congratulations on the victory. This victory is very significant, 5 games in a row, 5 victories in a row in one season. This has not been done in a long time. I'm not a statistician, but ever since I started, looking into this club, it hasn't been done. Is it something that the coach looks at, that the stats like that?
The coach wants to win every game, yes, if that is the question, but not because the intention is to establish any record, or those are things that maybe when you are not coaching anymore and you are out of this business, maybe you can have a look back and realize that you managed to get some important things. But right now the only thing that matters is that we play again on Tuesday against TS Galaxy, and there's another 3 points to play for. It's going to be a very tough one. If we want to get another one, we need to rest, to find ourselves in a good space on Tuesday. And like I said, we will check the numbers in the end of the season to see if it's what we are doing today, what we are doing right now, what we did during this first period of the season is good enough to achieve what we want to achieve in the end.
Any other questions for the coach? We'll take the final 3 questions, starting with you. Noted.
Nkota from Zone Africa. Coach, just in terms of the intensity of the players today after such a short turnaround time, are you happy?
Really, yeah. I think we managed to create even really good chances due to our pressing. The intention was to make the space really small for the opponent to play, to feel uncomfortable from the first minute. We're not happy with the goal that we conceded in the end. We're fighting hard to keep the clean sheet. We know that if we manage to keep a 0 in the score for the opponent, we have a lot of probabilities to win the matches with the players that we have up front. So that defensive work is probably the lack of defensive work is what is the reason why we are not in the next round of the Carling Cup, in the only game that we lost this season. So we know how important it is for us to be unselfish in the defensive phase, to to try to correct the mistakes that sometimes one individual can do, but there's always somebody to help. And I think today, again, we did a good job. There's one action in the end that we didn't defend well after the loss, and it cost us a goal that make us feel a little bit, not happy in the end. But overall, I think everybody did a good job in that phase of the game as well.
Good evening, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Siasang here from the Sunday World. Coach, looking at the Orlando Pirates supporters and listening to them, get behind the team from start to finish, can you now say that the Orlando Pirates fans are now starting to learn how to play the game with the players, and how important will that be going forward, especially in the Champions League?
For me, it's if not the most important, at the level of the most important thing for us. It's something that it helps. If we think about what I just answered before about the short space of time between the games, if you come home and the people is with you from the beginning and they are pushing and cheering and happy, then you don't feel the fatigue anymore, So for us, especially in every game, but especially in these tough games, in these congested periods, having the people around 100% with us, because right now there's no how can I say, doubts or hesitation from the fans. It doesn't matter how is the game going, they are all the way behind us, and in moments like this it's crucial, and there's going to be moments in the season that they're going to play a very important role for the guys. They don't have many times the opportunity to express themselves in that sense. I'm doing that for them, but for them it's very, very important to feel that support in our games.
Final question.
Coach, previously we've spoken about how you've been strong in the second round, the last two seasons, and how you improved your start, and this is what is happening now. And how important is to maybe for the players to block the noise from outside, especially with talk that there's depth or there's not enough depth, especially with how things are going now.
Which talks? Again, which talks? Which talks?
No, talk that does Pirates have the depth, and because
But who is saying? You saying?
No, I'm not saying. I think there was a comment about maybe Pirates not having enough depth. We'll see.
Where was that comment? In the stands, in the where?
Media.
It
It came from a table like yours.
Yeah, it was.
No, okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I think that the team is it's getting mature. We show, and the players especially, they show that this season so far they are really enjoying to play, and that makes everything much more easy. And so far they really focus in each and every game. You never hear them talking about, I don't know, like Champions League the next month or the big games that we're going to play. It's always about the next opponent. When you hear your players in the locker room and around always talking about what's coming or what we did the day before, it makes you feel, that they are getting more mature as a group, that they know what it takes to achieve what we want to achieve in the end, which is always on the next. And yeah, that makes me feel confident and really optimistic about the future with this group.
Okay, now to come to the conclusion of our press conference. Thank you.